everyone, it's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Tuesday morning, coffee kind of morning. It's cooled down quite a bit compared to the weekend. It sucks. But anyway, at least it's not raining. Want to continue my Albums to Discover series through Discog Shuffle. It's been a little bit since I've done that. And I want to talk about this great album today. I have it in CD. I wish I had it in vinyl. Even in the Quietest Moments by the great band Supertramp. Supertramp doesn't get a lot of love on the BC for some reason. A fantastic band. Had a chance to see them in Ottawa. Just remarkable. They love Canada. They seem to do really, really well in Canada. And yeah, great band. And again, not much to love in the BC for some reason, as it should be. There's a lot of bands that we don't talk about, but we should talk about. So Supertramp, great English rock band, progressive rock band. They've been around since 1969, so there are no slouches by any means. Including the great singer-songwriter duo of Roger Hodgson and Rick Davies. Two completely different styles of music, two completely different writing styles, but they seem to blend together to create magic. And a lot of these albums have a lot of magic in them, which is great. As I said, they two completely different writing styles. Roger Hodgson more the pop rock, Rick Davies more the progressive rock. Both excellent musicians in their own right. Roger Hodgson vocals, keyboards, guitars, and Rick Davies vocals and keyboards. Roger Hodgson higher voice, Rick Davies the deeper voice, and again the two blend together to make amazing music. They've had a lot of lineup changes over the years, and Rick Davies is one of the few remaining members left in the band for what it is. They've had record sales over 60 million albums, and their highest sales, as I said earlier, are in Canada, where they've had 2 diamond record sales, or 10 times platinum, and 2 #1 singles, The Logical Song and Dreamer. 2 amazing songs. So I'm missing the first 2 albums by the band. They're self-titled Supertramp, released in 1970, and indelibly stamped in 1971. Those albums unfortunately didn't do too well, and the band actually broke up as a result of it, and they just couldn't get it together. They just couldn't put something together that was worthy. So Davies and Hodgson, Roger Hodgson, reformed the group, got new members in there, and they came up with this amazing album. And what a third release of an album. Crime of the Century. Just a remarkable album. It's a start to finish album. You have to listen to it from start to finish, with that first note from school. And it's a real journey. Lots of stories in there. Really, the only hit off of it is Bloody Well Right, as far as a song, or a pop song, or a rock song. But again, starting from school, and then ending with Crime of the Century. Just amazing stuff. It is, as I said, their third studio album, listed in Rolling Stone's 50 greatest prog albums of all time, which I totally agree. As I said earlier, it takes you on a journey the more you listen to it, and it still stands up today. It really stands up today. It's just so good. As I said, Bloody Well Right, the big single off of it, and then Brilliant School. School was put out as a single as well, but on its own, amazing. It was certified diamond in Canada, And as I said earlier, the album came as a result of a breakup of their first two albums. So for a band to break up and then come back with an opus album like this is pretty amazing. And as I said earlier, two different styles of music, both storytellers, and even if they write songs apart from each other, they still seem to end up with the same theme in the album, which is pretty cool, which is pretty rare as well. So after the success of that album, they came up with another great album, Crisis, What Crisis? It's another gem of an album. It really is. Crisis, What Crisis, 1975 release, fourth studio album by the band. And first #1 record in the States. You've got Sister Moonshine, great single. Another Man's Woman, cool tune. Lady, and Just a Normal Day. Roger Hodgson called it his favorite album of all time. The band members were a little, they weren't as up on it as Roger Hodgson was. But as it grew, then they all came together and thought it was a pretty cool album. Great keyboard work, great dual vocals, saxophone. Another great album by the band. It's really, really good. And then the one we're talking about, if I can find my notes here, Even in the Quietest Moments. Again, I wish I had this on vinyl. I really do. But it's just it's hard to explain this album. It's really, really good. And I can't find my notes here for it. Famous last words. Here we go. Even in the Quietest Moments. So 1977 released, the fifth studio album by the band. Give a little bit, the big hit off of it. And the cool track, Baba G, another single off of it. This one hit number 16 on the charts in 77, and it's the first gold album. Give a Little Bit was a top 20 hit in the States as well as the UK also. Fool's Orchard, another great track on this one. Written by Rick Davies. 1978, the album was listed as number 63 in the top 200 greatest albums of all time. I strongly agree. Some of the great tracks, Rick Davies wrote Loverboy, Downstream, and From Now On, and Roger Hodgson wrote Give a Little Bit, the big hit. The title track, Even in the Quietest Moments. And another one that he wrote was From Now On, and Baba G. Just another awesome album. This is a remastered version of it, and love that cover. And again, I wish I had it on vinyl. So they went from that to this mega album that just put them on the charts, put them over the top. It was their premiere album, Breakfast in America. This is a fantastic album. 6 released by the band, released in 79. Huge hit. Most commercially successful album of the band. 4 big singles off of it. You got The Logical Song, you got Goodbye Stranger, The Long Way Home, and the title track, Breakfast in America. It was nominated for Album of the Year in 1980 and went quadruple platinum. So again, it stayed in the charts number 1 for 6 weeks. One of the strongest tracks on the album. Is it gets me every time I hear it. And no matter what day it is or what you're going through, it means something different every time I listen to it. And Lord, is it mine? Not that I'm, you know, bringing religion into this at all, but it's a powerful, powerful track. Lord, is it me? Is it mine? Sorry. And it's asking questions. And again, depending on the mood you're going through, depending on what day it is, what time of year it is, it's just an amazing, amazing track. And it's one of my favorite from the band. Regardless of all the hits, it's just one of my favorite tracks. The band was gelling. The writing was top notch. Two vocal stars were gelling together and working together to make amazing music. It really really was. And then you have Famous Last Words. I got that right? Sorry. Famous Last Words. Another album by this great band. Seventh studio album, released in 1982. It had some big shoes to fill to go from Breakfast in America to that album. But it stood up. It was also the last to feature Roger Hodgson. He wanted to pursue a solo career. So the writing was separate. They wrote they recorded in different studios. Roger Hodgson recorded in one studio. Rick Davies recorded in another studio. Where before the two writing styles gelled, this time they were separate. It was just a detached album, but at the same time, it was really, really good. These guys cannot make a bad album, I don't think, anyway. At number 5 on the charts and number 6 in the UK. So again, even though both writers wrote differently in the past, they seemed to gel. This time, they didn't gel. They were different songs altogether. Hodgson wanted to continue the pop rock road like Breakfast in America, and Rick Davies wanted to go into more heavier prog rock. So there was a split between the two. Despite it, and despite a huge impact of Roger Hodgson leaving after this album, it's still a great album. It really is. And finally, the only one I have left to show you, and I don't have their later albums, is Brother, Were You Bound? This is all Rick Davies, writing, playing, singing. A 1985 release and the 8th studio album. Again, the first not to include Roger Hodgson, and the first to have Rick Davies write all the songs and sing all the songs as well. Big hit, Cannonball, cool track. It's a well-crafted, well-written album, and I really like it. It's the title track. It's a 16.5-minute track, but it features Thin Lizzy's guitarist Scott Gohan, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, on rhythm guitar, and the amazing David Gilmour doing lead tracks on this one as well. So he put together something good on this one. It's more of a prog album than their previous pop songs, but it works. It works. So there's a look at some Supertramp. If you don't know Supertramp, you're missing out for sure. And a great album to discover, as well as the other ones I talked about. And yeah. So let's see what's on the shuffle for going forward. I still have to get their other albums. And what are the other ones that I'm missing here? I'm missing, sorry, I'm missing Free as a Bird, 1987 release. Some Things Never Changed, 1997 release, and Slow Motion, 2002. So between the first two and the last three, I still have 5 albums to get to complete my discography. You don't see too many other albums by them except the ones I just showed you. So it may be something you have to order. But anyway, let's go on to see what is coming up in the next shuffle. So again, here's my list. Nothing showing. Go to random item. Oh, Chilliwack. Opus X. Great Canadian band, Chilliwack. Looking forward to that one. So there you have it, guys. There's my Albums to Discover series through Discog Shuffle. Love everyone. Thank you all for your great comments. Please like, subscribe down below. Leave great comments, and I will respond to those comments 100%. And talk to you later. Bye now.